So today I'm really excited to be interviewing Julia Hart. Julia, how are you? Great to see you. Will you tell us a little bit about what you're up to and what you've been doing?
Yes, hi Gillie, great to see you. Yeah, it's been a really busy start to the year actually, which is a good thing. So I'm Julia Hart, and I've got I specialise in commercial property, and we are just literally about to launch a brand new platform where we're offering pre-qualified deals. So anybody that's looking in that commercial space, please do get in touch. But I've been working in property for the past 5 years. Started specialising in commercial at the beginning of last year. I've learned absolutely masses. Just exchanged on a great commercial property in Guildford, where we've got a little parade of shops, and we're hoping to get about 20 units above that.
Fantastic. As you can see, Julia doesn't sit down for very long, and it's wonderful to see that you've been so busy during 2020, where a lot of people have allowed fear to actually create them to be quite stuck in and almost disabled by everything. So Julia and I, we've known each other, haven't we, for about a year. We've done some training together. You've done some of my training, and I've watched you literally just take off. And it's really exciting. I mean, I know you were doing things before, but as I said, it's been a difficult year. What I love about you, Julia, is you're very positive. You look amazing. You're always smiling, and you exude a sort of a positivity, which is really important at this time, especially. So you're into commercial. You said you've set up this website, which sounds really exciting, because one of the things we often find is that people struggle to find deals. And I know that. Obviously, I specialise in helping people understand purchase lease options. And so much of the time they say, yeah, but we can't find them. And with good commercial deals as well, I think that people really struggle. And so to be creating a website where there will be deals on there, where I'm sure you'll be taking some of them.
Absolutely.
But they're there for other people as well. It's just really very enlightening, and actually it's probably a niche that maybe hasn't been found yet. So that's really brilliant.
Yeah, we haven't found anybody else that's doing it. I'm sure there are other people out there, but in our research we haven't found anybody doing this on the commercial side. But if anybody knows of anybody, then let us know, because it'd be great to sort of link up with anybody else that's in that space. But yeah, no, it's exciting. You know, hopefully launch date will go as planned. But anybody that's interested in the commercial side, you know, do get in touch. I love to chat. You know, we certainly didn't sit around last year. Absolutely, we just cracked on and found some really cracking deals. So it's all out there. It's just a matter of persistence to find it.
It's so exciting though, and I know that will help a lot of people, because you know we've all got different dynamics, haven't we?
Definitely.
Who, you know, struggle to find deals where they have strengths in other areas. So if I was to ask you for 2 or 3 tips for people looking to do commercial conversions, I'm talking about either in terms of resources or your do or die tips. What would you say to people?
Well, first of all, I think it's important with everything that you're doing when you're first starting learning something new, is to immerse yourself with people that really know what they're talking about, and that are taking action. I think that's really important. So it's not just a weekend where you sit and you listen and you come away. You need to really be immersed with people that are really taking positive action, like you, Gillie. You know, you've got all that great energy around you. You know, it can be done, and you don't just teach people and go away. You help them find that next stage. So I think it's really important to find people like yourself to help you. I think when it comes to commercial, I think there's 2 elements that I think I would probably touch on, which one thing is called cap rates. So it's quite very different to the residential market. So the Americans call it a cap rate. We also in the UK call it a yield. However, it's a different yield to the residential yield. So it's really important that you understand what cap rates are. First of all, it's crucial, because what's that is going to be enable you to do is to really value your building and understand how you can value the building. Because if you can't fully understand how you value that building, which is very different to residential, then you're going to probably do what I call like catch a cold. You know, things are not going to go well for you, and especially in this market, because cap rates have changed dramatically and are moving all the time. So it's something that you really need to fully understand. It's not complicated at all. Once you get your head around it, it's not complicated, but it will give you a big key to be able to look at commercial property in a way for you quite quickly to understand whether a deal is going to be a potential deal, whether it could move to a live deal. So that's probably a really top tip. That's one of the main keys for me. Once I got that, I was like, all right, okay, yeah, I can do this now. I've got it. Oh, I think the other thing is, again, pretty similar to Resi, is what we call, you know, boots on the ground. What you see on the internet is fine, but my God, you've got to go and have a look at it. So what you see when you get there can be so different to what you've seen on the internet. So it is crucial to be in a position where you can go and have a look, or you've got somebody who's very trusted to you that you can send to go and have a look, and have that target list of what they need to be looking for. It's really important, you know, if you're going to take on a project, you've really got to have seen what that's all about.
Yeah, absolutely. Brilliant. So on to the second question. How are you actually getting on with your purchase lease options since you did the course?
Well, I had been involved with options before, where I'd secured opportunities and sold them on to developers. So I had quite a good knowledge about options, but that's quite different actually to a lease option. So when I came to start thinking about, oh, well, you know, what could I do with a lease option? The reason why I wanted to come onto your course is because I wanted to understand it from the residential side, really, rather than, because the buildings that I put options on were commercial buildings. So I wanted to understand how you went about using a purchase lease option on the residential side. So that's why I came onto the course. Absolutely fascinating. And though, yes, I absolutely learnt how to use it in that residential setting, I've now taken it away and used it in the commercial setting anyway, because it gave me another string to my bow, and it enabled me to negotiate on another property where we probably would have walked away from it. But because I had this in my armoury, I then went back and said, well, do you think they might be interested in a lease option? And it was like, oh, okay, yeah. So it's been really helpful.
Brilliant, fantastic. Well, I was aware that you were sort of on the up, and that, you know, I've been hearing all sorts of things about how well you're doing. And it's really brilliant, because, you know, these courses are not to be shelved. It's about doing and helping each other and getting out there. And it's wonderful to see what you've been doing. So thank you so much. Is there anything you'd like to say finally?
Well, I would definitely say, I know you've got your course which is coming up on the 4th of February, so anybody that is interested in lease options, I can highly recommend Gillie's course, because what Gillie does very differently to other people is that she will give you real clarity on how to implement the strategy. She'll show you live calls, how to talk to agents, what to say, and it's absolutely superb. It's a great way of teaching. It's a real boots on the ground way of teaching. Got to do it like this, 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 and this. Follow that formula, and you really will come out of this with a working strategy. So it's absolutely fantastic. And we've also got our coffee morning tomorrow, haven't we? No, lunchtime, 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock. So that's the mindset coffee catch up. So we'll see you there again.
We will see you there tomorrow. In the meantime, I just wish you well. I think you're doing absolutely brilliantly. I hope that people will see this interview and that your energy will reflect onto them, because 2021 is going to be a fantastic year.
It is.
It's all about mindset. It's all about smiling. It's all about attitude. We need a great attitude to have a high altitude.
Yeah.
And we want to fly like eagles, not peck in the ground like chickens.
Absolutely.
It's been an absolute joy speaking to you.
Oh, thank you, Gillie.
Tomorrow. Thank you so much.